Hello and welcome. We're having ourselves a little bit of a gaming news special today, and it's hopefully going to be one of many videos that focuses on the tournament of Starcraft 2. Now obviously they don't always run, so obviously these videos will only happen when tournaments are happening, but at the moment there is the UK Nationals for the World Championships happening, so obviously quite a big tournament, and I figured that those of you who haven't had time or whatever to watch the actual live stream so far of this event, which is taking place this very weekend, I thought it would be nice for me to talk about the results so far. Now I'm going to talk about the winners bracket first, and obviously talk about the original matches in round 1 and what the score was and who won the match, and then move on to round 2 of the winners bracket and so on, and then move on to the losers bracket. So firstly we had Zictomini versus Razorblader, and Zictomini won 2-0 on that match, so well done to him. And then we had Lau versus Moomin, and Lau won 2-0 again. The third match in the round 1 of this particular tournament was Randy versus Demon, and that was 2-0 to Randy again. And then we had Simba versus Farmut, and Farmut won 2-0 in that match. A lot of 2-0s so far, which is kind of interesting. Next we had Bling versus Shibix. I have no idea if I pronounced that correctly, so please excuse me if I did not. And Bling won 2-1 in that match. Next up was High Gain versus DeMuslim, and DeMuslim won 2-0. Ourk, I guess is how you pronounce it. O-U-R-K. Yeah, not really sure. 2-0 for him versus Reno. And then we've got Stone versus Johnny Recco, and Johnny Recco won 2-0 against him. So that's the score so far for round 1, and then obviously next up we've got round 2 in the winners bracket. And next up we have round 2. It's Zictomini versus Lau, and Zictomini won 2-0 again, so Zictomini is pretty much on fire at the moment so far throughout this particular tournament, as I'm sure you would agree. And then next up it was Randy versus Farmut, and again, very sorry if I'm pronouncing these names incorrectly, sometimes it is a little hard to tell. And Farmut won 2-1 against Randy. And then we have Bling versus DeMuslim, and interestingly enough, DeMuslim actually won 2-0 against Bling, which is kind of sad face for me because Bling is actually one of my favourite Protoss players. But hey, such is life. Anyway, next up we have Urk, I guess, against Johnny Recco, and Johnny Recco won 2-1 against him. Now obviously that is it for round 2, but we don't have many results yet for round 4. All that's up at the minute is DeMuslim versus Johnny Recco, and Johnny Recco won 2-0 against DeMuslim. So that is it for the winners bracket, but stay tuned because next up I'm going to be talking about the matches for the losers bracket. First up we have High Gain versus Shibix, and Shibix won 2-1 against him. Stone versus Reno, 2-1 again to Reno. Razorblader versus Moomin, and Razorblader won 2-0. And Demon versus Simba, and Simba won 2-0 again. I've said 2-0 a lot in this video, as I'm sure you will have noticed. And from round 2, we have Randy versus Shibix, and Shibix won 2-1 against Randy. Lau versus Reno was 2-0 to Lau. Urk versus Razorblader was 2-0 to Urk. And Bling versus Simba saw Simba winning 2-1. So Bling not doing all that well at the moment, which definitely makes me sad. As I said, one of my favourite Protoss players. But moving on to round 3. Not many results up for round 3 so far. We have the results of Shibix versus Lau, which saw Lau winning 2-1, And there is a match with Urk and Simba coming up, but that has not had any results posted yet. And there will also be a match with the Muslim versus Lao, but again, there is no results posted as of yet. But I will be making another video for this, particular tournament once more results have been posted. I'm pretty sure this tournament will continue tomorrow. So I'll obviously have more results for you then as to who won the final rounds of the winners bracket and obviously the grand final. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video and found it somewhat informative. Please give me some feedback on how you found this video. Obviously this is the first video in this kind of series, so you know, if you found this too dry, or you know, you have some other ideas of, you know, just how the video was for you guys, I want to hear about it, because this is the first in a series. You know, it's going to need some tweaking to be as best as it can possibly can be. That's the kind of person I am. Always want to achieve absolute best if I can do. So yeah, feel free to let me know. Constructive criticism and all that good stuff, always welcome. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again soon. Take care.